In our journey, we have come to believe that we are only capable of loving others when we first learn to love ourselves. But what does love actually mean? Does it mean that I keep convincing myself of my goodness based on what I perceive my strengths and specialities are? Or is it when someone compliments me and sees my particular qualities? What is it? The starting point for love is complete acceptance. And as long as we put conditions to love, it is not love. True love doesn't need to be validated, neither does it need to be controlled in any sort of way. It is simply to be love itself. Love is not an emotion. Love is actually giving the self. It is actually part of your being. It is part of who you are. It is the highest expression and the purest energy of the self. Love is a name for the pure awareness and radiance that actually comes out from the being, the light, and the consciousness that we are, which is the self. But only when we are free of all attachments, free of all this external show, free of all the attempts to possess or to hold on or own or acquire or desire anything or anyone, then that is love actually. So, what is it? It is basically what you are. It is a level of self-realization, completely something that alters our perception and perspective of others and the self. So when you look at yourself, do you see love as a quality, as who you are, what you are? Or do you see as a separate entity? Something to think about. Love is not superficial as depicted in sort of your Hollywood, Bollywood scenes and marketing materials and marketing advertisings that we actually see. It's not because if you get something, you acquired love. It cannot be acquired in that way. Basically, love transforms the feeling of the self within and the feeling of others. And this is why you can experience love from another being, because they are love itself and they're sharing their love quality. So love is always present. As I think, so I shall love. It may be hidden behind too much thinking. So if I think too much, especially if I think too negatively, then of course that will affect the way I feel about myself and the way I actually am perceived. That's why too much suppression or too many memories, these are all things that actually obstruct and block that love. And that's why it distorts, and then we look for love from someone else or somewhere else. And then we start finding activities that make us feel that, oh, yes, I am loved. But you just have to go a little bit deeper inside, and you will see that beautiful energy is actually you. And it is something that is just needs to come out and being brought out, and it's never lost and it's never forgotten. So what is true love? People may have different definitions of it, but many of us must agree that true love is altruistic and unconditional. It means loving others without expecting something in return. So when I express the love that I am, how do I express it? Is it because someone gives me something and this is why I'm returning that? Or is it I just give because I am? So we begin to expect things, and from that expectations comes needs, and sometimes even jealousy and attachment that we deserve something back. And then unhappiness is experienced because that expectation has not been met. Life would not have been possible on earth because nature's way of working is to give it whatever it has in abundance. For example, the sun gives light to everybody, the trees give shade to all. They don't, it's not the way we treat them, even though we have been, treating the environment not so well. Has it stopped giving us oxygen? Has the tree stopped giving us oxygen? No, not really. It's doing its job, it's doing what it naturally is. In the same way, we have that. We have that natural love that is within us, and we don't need to condition it in any way. The real essential nature of a human being is love, peace, and bliss. And when we realize our real essential nature, we become love personified. And we won't have to keep any conditions for giving our love to others. But when we forget the essence of our true and original spiritual nature, we start to indulge in competition, comparison, instead of cooperation. And we become diverse and, ununified. The only way that we feel free again is to realize the self and start being selfless. And the more we give selflessly, of course, naturally, the happier we will feel. So let's experience that beautiful state and through this meditation on love. Sit back, relax. If you feel like keeping your eyes open, you can keep them open. If you want to close them, you can do so. However you feel comfortable. As I sit here in my present state, I begin to focus by letting go of what happened some moments ago. And I turn my attention to the very core that I am. I see myself as a star-like energy, a pure point of light. In this light, I see what I am made of. This non-physical energy. are made up of divine colors. I feel myself as if I'm a rainbow. With the colorful qualities of peace, happiness, purity, power, enlightenment, bliss, and love. Today, I give my attention to the love I am. It is my natural state. A feeling of warmth and divinity. This love flows and is limitless. It never fades away. And it remains evergreen. This pure love brings out the precious essence embedded in the innermost core of each one of us. A divine love that has no boundaries or expectations. And is always giving and accepting. This is who I am. This love provides the self a strong foundation to be able to rise beyond any weaknesses or any shortcomings. This love lets me become the best version of myself. I feel refreshed. As colorful spring meadows and fresh mountain breeze this love that I am gives me strength and stability. And I can stand tall and strong as the mountain peaks to face any adversity in life. This love is as gentle and soothing as the flowing stream. rekindling not just the self, but also others. Who are part of my life, who are part of this planet. It is as generous and open as the ocean. And the more I indulge in this divine love, and dive deeper into this ocean of love, the more treasures I discover within myself. This love that I am has the power to transform barren lands into green pastures, this love can transform our minds with thorny qualities into that with fragrant flowers of virtues. By becoming embodiments of it, of who I really am, I enjoy the fruit of contentment, the real love within, and I'm also able to share it with others with a generous heart.